One other thing that I found that I think was interesting was this article where they talked to Dave Ellefson from Megadeth, and I don't tend to agree with Lars Ulrich on a lot of things that he says, but I agree with him on two things that he ever said. One thing is that the documentary they did a couple of years ago, Some Kind of Monster, was probably a mistake. That's what he said, and I agree with him, because it definitely, to me, I was watching it, it definitely looked like a mistake. And the other thing is, he was 100% right about Napster, and I also tend to agree with him in a sense where when I discovered Napster, and that's a long time ago, and I was still like looking forward to, cool, I'm in this band and we're making some decent money and maybe we can continue this and whatnot. And then I see people on their computers, hey, look, I'm just downloading all that stuff. And I'm like, the fuck are you doing? It's like, you're destroying my dream right in front of my eyes. And yeah, so back then I looked at that and I was analyzing it, and that was even before I saw that Lars Ulrich was suing Napster. But I was like, okay, this is going to change things. This is going to shake things up. And I don't know if in a good way or in a bad way. But if we look at the current situation with Spotify and whatnot, then most likely in a bad way.
I used Napster when it came out. Not a lot, but just for some few songs. And I couldn't really see it, like how it would end up being a problem back then. I was probably too young and stupid. I was really stupid when I was young.
So was I.
We all were.
Yeah. But I totally agree with him, of course. But I think if Napster didn't do it, it would have been someone else later. So it would have happened anyways. But I think it's really sad. Like, in many ways, like the music industry, music to me is like, I just miss the old days so much. It feels kind of dead. Like, I don't look forward to albums anymore because it's just there, and maybe I listen once and I'm not digging it the first time. I don't have anything invested into it, so I just move on. But if I bought a CD, like, I spent some time with that record and I learned how to like it, and I was much more connected with the bands. To me now, it's like I've lost that completely. And I think that is really sad. And it's also one of the reasons why I'm not that active as a musician anymore. It's probably why I ended up doing YouTube, because something is gone there, sadly.
Yeah. Napster was one of those things. Like, I remember back in the day, I had like really shitty internet connection, like 14.4K, and it took me 3 days to download one song. It was supposed to be like Korn and Slipknot, and when I got the song, it was like someone else's song that they wanted to promote, and I was so fucking pissed, man. Like, 3 days, like I couldn't even receive phone calls or I would lose my connection, right? That was the first and only time I used Napster, and then I went like, enough. I'm still buying albums. And personally, like, I still believe in purchasing the albums, but people can do whatever the hell they want. But me personally, I still go, like, when I was in Canada, we had the Walmarts and they had these bins where you could buy albums for like $2. Yeah. So I would grab like 10, 15 of them. And my wife's like, are you like serious? You're buying this? I'm like, yeah, I am buying this because I still give a shit about like supporting the bands, and I want to read the liner notes, and I want to see who they're thanking because they contributed. Like, that was my thing when I was a kid. I used to love doing that. And now it's like you were mentioning, Eirik, it's like you listen to a song on Spotify or you download a song, and if it doesn't grab you right away, you move on. You're like, okay, this person is invested in creating a song, but does it move me? Does it affect me in some way? And it seems like there's not the same concerted effort on the part of musicians to make better music, because what they're trying to do now is just grab your attention really quickly and make really poppy music. God knows how we got there. I really don't know, but I haven't enjoyed music, like listening to music, in at least like 10 years. I lost complete interest. My kids ask me to put on the radio, and when I do, I listen to a song, I've never heard it, and I can tell you that I can sing the chorus because it's so childish in its composition that I can sing it like right away. I know exactly where they're going. And my kids are like, you know this song? I'm like, no, never heard it. But it's so stupid that a monkey could sing this thing, you know? And it pisses them off. And I'm like, it's not like my music was better. It's that your music, your generation should have better music. You have like amazing musicians right now. You see these kids who can play music. They're really talented. Why aren't those kids making their own music? Well, they're not. It's better to be on YouTube playing other people's music that is really basic, but just, going on and doing all this flashy stuff, because that's how now they get recognized as musicians. There was a time where you didn't need to be that great of a musician to write really good songs. So everything's like backwards in music. That's why I don't even listen to music anymore. My kids are like, "Your dad, you play guitar and you don't listen to music anymore?" No, it's just I don't. It sucks. It sucks growing up and being older and seeing the music and hearing the formula sometimes. Like, I don't know if it happens with you guys, but I know exactly, like, those are the 4 chords they're going to do. And then I start singing other songs that are well known that use the exact same chord progression.
Yeah.
And my kids are like so discouraged. Like, oh, Dad, stop it. I was like, sorry, but it's all the same music to me. It all sounds the same. Oh, I don't know. That's my spiel on the current affairs of music. I'm still waiting for the next The Mars Volta or Queens of the Stone Age. Like, where's that group of like 18-year-olds that are coming in and they're like throwing fuck yous at everyone going, we don't care about the system. We don't care about the norms. Here's some real punk music. Where is it?
But the thing is for me that I still find those bands from time to time. Yeah. But still I feel less invested in everything because of how things work. I can probably work around that and be more active with buying vinyls and buying their merch, and I should do that. But it's like the market is forcing me to do something else, which makes me a bit lazy. But I do still find good bands, absolutely. I never cared too much about like pop music or the music that you hear on radio anyways. I've always been on like the hunt for finding the music myself, and I can find it still, but I don't care as much. It's also probably because I'm older, and I think I've maybe filled up the bank a bit with all the music that I listened to from when I was 10 to 25, and now I'm just like recycling that music a lot as well.
Yeah. I totally get that. I still find myself listening to, like, this morning. I was I was heading out with my son, and whatever music I hear, he seems to like, and it's very, very different music. Sometimes it's John Mayer, which used to drive me crazy when he was like 1 year old or something. If we didn't listen to John Mayer in the car, he was like, and then you put on John Mayer, and he like, okay, silence. I'm gonna have to listen to John Mayer for the end of until the end of times. But this morning, he was fine with Catatonia. So
nice.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. But that's for me. I am blessed / cursed with very analytic ears, which is a blessing if you work with audio and you try to analyze and mix and correct and whatnot. Then it's a blessing. It's an absolute curse if you want to listen and enjoy music, because every little imperfection gets to you and you stop enjoying that maybe somebody is putting out something absolutely amazing there. And it sometimes it really takes an artist that is such overwhelmingly different or unique that I kind of shut down this analytic part of myself. I'm like, oh, okay, this person takes me places. The fun part is it has usually nothing to do with the music that I used to listen to. It has nothing to do with rock, metal, stoner, or all these things. It's usually something completely different. Like, I don't know if you guys know. Have you ever heard of Carla Morrison?
Nope.
Mexican artist. Nope. Sings only in Spanish, but has a voice and has a way to draw you into her compositions. That was the first time in like years that I was able to completely shut down all the theoretical nerd analytic part with me, and I was like, amazing. I can relax, I can go to other places, I can be somewhere else for the moment.